It's here at last. The second week of August isn't just another date to flip past. It's the point where everything shifts. It's the line between the life you've been living and the one you're about to step into. While the rest of the world keeps moving through their daily noise, the sky is lining up in a way that's going to quietly, but permanently, change your direction. Most people won't feel it until later, but if you've been paying attention, you already sense something's been building. On August 12th, Venus, Jupiter, and Sirius will meet in a rare, powerful alignment. This isn't just another astrological headline, it's a spark. Venus, the planet of love and values, joins Jupiter, planet of growth and destiny, under the glow of Sirius, the spiritual sun that's been a guiding light for seekers for thousands of years. Together they send out a triple wave of energy that calls out your truth, intensifies your desires, and strips away the illusions you've been holding. And as if that weren't enough, Mercury, ruler of thought, speech, and connection, goes direct in Leo tomorrow. The fog clears, delays unravel. The hesitation you've been feeling gets replaced with clarity and boldness. Your voice comes back stronger, ready to say what's been locked inside. This isn't gentle energy, it's sharp, it chooses, it moves. If you felt restless, stuck in conversations that go nowhere, or hemmed in by the limits of an old identity, this is why. The universe is setting the scene for you to leave behind the survival mode and step into the life you're actually meant to live. Here's the part no one likes to talk about. This kind of alignment doesn't just bless, it demands. It asks you to release what no longer fits. Over the coming days, the current will pick up. People, routines, even pieces of your personality that once felt central may suddenly feel alien. That's not loss, it's recalibration. The second week of August isn't waiting for you to be ready. By the time it's over, the life you've been clinging to will be gone. Before I tell you how to navigate it, set your intention right now. From the moment Mercury shifts direct in Leo, you'll feel a subtle but unmistakable change. Stalled conversations move forward, answers show up, sometimes in ways you didn't expect. People who avoided a subject might bring it up themselves. Plans that seem stuck find momentum. But this isn't just movement, it's alignment. The universe is steering you toward what's truly yours, not what you've been settling for. That's why around August 12th, you might feel both excited and uneasy. Excited because you can sense a new chapter opening. Uneasy because stepping into it means leaving something behind. You can't take everything with you. The Venus-Jupiter-Sirius alignment acts like a magnifying glass on your soul. You won't be able to ignore what's real for you anymore. Relationships that feel heavy will weigh more. Habits that drain you will feel unbearable. Meanwhile, the people and pursuits that light you up will pull you in even closer. Some will feel this shift physically, a burst of energy to declutter, rearrange, or move. Others will feel it emotionally, a deep knowing that the time has come. You may wake from vivid dreams that feel like messages, see the same repeating numbers everywhere, or bump into someone from your past only to realize you're no longer that person. None of it is coincidence. In weeks like this, life holds up a mirror, showing you exactly what's ready to fall away. Mercury's turn in Leo will also push your voice forward. You might say something you never thought you'd say, stand up for yourself without planning it, or finally speak a truth you've kept locked inside for years. This isn't recklessness, it's release. It's cutting the last ties to a self that no longer fits. And with Sirius in play, the guidance you get won't just come from logic, it'll be deeply intuitive. That nudge to take the leap, say no, or turn a different way, that's your signal. Trust it, even if it's not rational yet. You may also crave time alone. That's not isolation, it's integration. When this much energy is hitting your life, you need space for it to land. Too much noise from others can muddy your own signals. Give yourself permission to step back, even for a few hours a day, and sit in your own energy. One more thing, this much light will also pull up shadows. People may act out, show resentment, or try to pull you into old patterns. Recognize it for what it is and don't get dragged back. This week isn't about who you've been. It's about who you're becoming. This isn't a sign that you're slipping backward. It's proof you've outgrown the level where others still stand. You don't need to fix anything or convince anyone. Just stand firm and let the old narrative fade away. By midweek, you'll notice a lightness in your chest. Not because life is suddenly perfect, but because you've made peace with what's leaving. This is the pivot point. The energy stops feeling like a storm you're bracing against and starts feeling like a wave you can ride. That's when Venus and Jupiter begin to send their blessings more freely. Maybe it's a conversation that cracks open a new door, an offer that feels right in your bones, or an idea that makes you feel alive again. But here's the thing, Jupiter magnifies whatever it touches. Hold on to fear, and fear will grow. Hold on to truth, and truth will expand. That's why your choices, your focus, and your boundaries matter more than ever right now. The universe isn't just hearing your words, it's watching the way you move. As the week winds down, something inside you will have shifted for good. It may look small on the outside, a new tone in your voice, a single decision, a fresh habit, but inside, it's seismic. That's the moment the old life ends. No big explosion, just a quiet dissolving until one day it's simply gone. So pay attention. Notice who and what makes you feel heavy, and who and what makes you feel light. Follow the lightness. Let the weight go. This is your invitation, and it won't wait for you to feel ready. The door is already open, and the new life is calling your name. As we step deeper into August's second week, the energy changes texture. The first half is about breaking down what you've outgrown, seeing clearly what doesn't belong anymore. The second half is about rebuilding. It's subtle, like the stillness after a storm, when the air is crisp and the ground feels different under your feet. Around August 14th to 15th, a strange calm may settle over you. Not because you suddenly have all the answers, but because you've stopped resisting. There's a quiet acceptance that the old life is over, and instead of mourning it, you start sensing the possibilities of what's next. That's when the Venus-Jupiter-Sirius alignment begins to show itself in tangible ways. An unexpected message brings an opportunity you didn't see coming. A conversation sparks an idea that lights you up. You meet someone who feels uncannily familiar, as if you've known them before. These aren't random. They're the first visible steps on your new path. You'll also notice people reacting differently to you. Some will draw closer, curious about the shift in your energy. Others may pull away without knowing why. Don't chase, don't cling. Those meant to stay will stay. Those meant to leave will leave. This is a week for flow, not force. The days after August 12th are perfect for planting seeds, both literal and symbolic. If there's something you want to grow over the next 6 months, take one intentional step now. Write it down, speak it out loud, make the first move. Under this conjunction, even a small step holds more power than you realize. With Mercury moving direct in Leo, your voice gains strength in the second half of the week. If you've been holding back on a declaration, a decision, or a dream, this is when the fear of others' opinions won't grip you like before. Leo's gift is living from the center of your heart, not from the noise around you. Still, with Jupiter's expansive push, the temptation will be to say yes to everything, to leap before thinking it through. Trust your instincts, but give your choices breathing room. The right ones will still be there tomorrow. The wrong ones often unravel if you give them space. By August 16th to 17th, you might look back and feel like you've lived a month in a week. Conversations, realizations, shifts in your routines. All of it adds up to a transformation you can't reverse. The old life isn't just behind you, it doesn't even fit anymore. That's how real transformation works. It's not always loud, and it's not always visible right away. But inside, the foundation of your reality has been rebuilt, and soon the outside world will catch up. As the week closes, pause to acknowledge yourself, not just for making it through, but for allowing it to happen. You didn't resist the tide, you let it carry you. Because of that, you're standing in a moment where your choices are sharper, your voice stronger, and your alignment truer than it's ever been. The work of the second week of August is done. The door to the old life is shut. Ahead is open space waiting for you to decide what to fill it with. The universe has cleared your path. Now it's your turn to walk it. Before we close, set your intention again. If you're ready to step out of the old and into what's calling you, make the declaration. You're here, you're ready, and there's no going back. This week's energy is unlike anything you've felt in months, maybe years. It's the kind of shift that builds in silence and then surges all at once, making it impossible to miss. Starting tomorrow, you'll feel it in a way that leaves no doubt. At first, it might just be a whisper in your awareness. You'll wake up and something will feel different. The light will land in the room in a way you've never quite noticed. The air will carry a subtle charge, like it's holding 1,000 unspoken possibilities. Even the smallest things, the hum of distant traffic, the way sunlight spills across your floor, will seem to carry an unexplainable significance. That's your body sensing the shift before your mind catches on. Starting tomorrow, each day will seem to pull you forward. Sometimes it's a gentle tug. Other times it hits like a wave that steals your breath. You might feel drawn to certain places without knowing why, or compelled to reconnect with someone you haven't spoken to in years. The signs will stack up, numbers repeating, overheard words that match a thought you just had, moments so perfectly timed they feel scripted. It's not random, it's the universe rearranging the pieces so you land in the right place at the right time with the right people. The Venus-Jupiter-Sirius alignment is setting the ripples in motion, and Mercury direct in Leo will give you the clarity to recognize them. This isn't theory. This is a living frequency, and you're already inside it. The energy this week can make you feel more alive than you have in ages, but it can also shake loose everything you've been avoiding. Old fears might rise, not to trap you, but to finally leave for good. You could find yourself riding emotional waves, laughing out loud one moment, tearing up the next with no clear trigger. Don't fight it. Let it move through you. This is how your old life exits your system. Your perspective will shift too. Things that used to get under your skin may suddenly roll off you. People you once bent over backwards to please may feel oddly far away, as if an invisible cord between you has quietly snapped. Meanwhile, you might feel a strong pull toward fresh ideas, new goals, or unexpected connections with strangers who somehow feel familiar. These are not coincidences. They're part of a blueprint unfolding right now. By midweek, the sense that something's happening will only grow stronger. You might sleep lighter, dream more vividly, or find your thoughts sharpen in surprising ways. You could wake before your alarm, driven by an unshakable urgency you can't quite name. That's the current calling you forward. The moment to step into it is not someday, it's now. Leaning into this energy doesn't mean forcing things to happen. It means saying yes to what feels expansive, even if the full picture isn't clear yet. It means walking away from what suddenly feels heavy, even if you can't explain why. It means trusting that the road ahead is already lit. You just have to take the first step. By week's end, you'll realize you're not standing where you were when it began. There may not be one single event you can point to, but you'll feel different, lighter, clearer, more certain. The life ahead will feel more real than the one you're leaving behind. As the days pass, the energy won't fade. It will deepen. It will move from something you notice in your surroundings to something you feel in your bones. At first, it may hum like restlessness, making you move more, cleaning, rearranging, walking, anything to shift the space around you. Your body knows before your mind does that a new frequency is here, and it's making room for it. For some, it will come as bursts of motivation to finally tackle something you've been putting off. For others, it will show up as the need to slow down, breathe, and take long pauses. That's not laziness, it's integration. Your system is absorbing more light, more awareness, and it needs time to process. Emotionally, you may swing between highs that make you feel unstoppable and lows that bring old doubts to the surface. These aren't setbacks. They're the last remnants of the old patterns rising to be acknowledged before they dissolve. Every tear, every release is a thread breaking free from the fabric of your past. Mentally, the pieces will start connecting. You'll see patterns in events, understand why certain delays happened, and realize the purpose behind detours. It's like the curtain lifts, revealing the design hidden inside the chaos. That's Mercury in Leo, clarity wrapped in courage. The power to see and speak your truth without hesitation. By the final days of the week, the intensity will settle into a grounded flow. It will feel like the storm has passed and you're standing in its calm, breathing in the fresh air, realizing the world around you looks different. Some of you will feel called to mark the shift, not with something grand, but with a small act that declares, "This is who I am now." Maybe you'll rearrange your space, change your look, or finally start a project you've been hesitating on. Whatever it is, it will be the first tangible step into your new chapter. And here's the thing. What happens this week won't stay locked in this week. It will echo forward, shaping the opportunities you attract, the relationships you nurture, and the way you show up in every space you enter. You may not see the whole picture yet, but the foundation is already laid. When you look back, you'll remember this time not for a single dramatic moment, but for the quiet, steady way everything changed, and how you stepped forward into the life that was waiting for you all along. The old chapter didn't slam shut, it shifted quietly like the tide turning under a moonlit sky. And from this point forward, that current carries you ahead. As the second week of August winds down, you can feel it in your bones. Something permanent has changed. You may not have the perfect words for it, but it's in your posture, your gaze, the way you move through the day. The doubts that once kept you frozen have loosened. The weight of old obligations feels lighter, as though the thread tying you to them has gently come undone. Even the sky seems different, sunsets lingering like they have something to tell you, stars appearing sharper, almost within reach. It isn't the world that's transformed, it's you. Your awareness has expanded. You're noticing more because you're fully present in ways you weren't before. This is what happens when an outdated identity falls away. Your senses tune in to the frequency of your new self. And as the next week begins, the energy pivots from deep internal shifts to a forward-driving flow. This isn't the heavy, dragging push you've known before. It's clearer, faster, more precise. The universe is no longer asking you to release. It's pulling you toward where you're meant to be. People who matter start appearing without effort. Conversations slip easily into opportunities. That idea you set aside months ago, suddenly it has a clear path forward. This is the afterglow of the Venus-Jupiter-Sirius alignment, a trail of synchronicities you can step across like stones toward your future, but don't expect a frictionless ride. Every rebirth comes with tests. You may feel the pull to repeat old patterns, to say yes when you mean no, to choose the comfortable path over the thrilling one. These are the universe's checkpoints. Are you fully done with the old life, or just visiting the new one? If you meet these moments with the awareness you've been building all week, they won't pull you back. They'll cement your transformation. You'll act differently, speak differently, and in doing so, you'll prove to yourself that the shift is real. There's no going back. The beauty of this new phase is that it's not about constant hustle. It's about alignment. It rewards you for listening to yourself, acting when the timing feels right, and resting when it doesn't. The more you trust that rhythm, the more it becomes second nature. Soon you'll realize your life feels less like something you're constructing and more like something you've returned to, as though you've stepped back onto the path you were always meant to walk. And in quiet moments, late at night or early in the morning, you'll feel it. That steady hum beneath everything. That's the signal that you've crossed the threshold August opened. The old life is gone, the new one is here. The rest of the story is yours to write. In the days ahead, even time will feel different. Hours may pass quickly, yet you'll accomplish more, or they may stretch, allowing you to savor details you'd have missed before. This isn't a trick of the mind. It's what happens when your inner pace no longer matches your old rhythm. You'll see just how deeply this week has rewired you, not only in big choices, but in the smallest reflexes. Maybe you reach for your phone and pause before opening that app you used to scroll mindlessly. Maybe you almost agree to something out of habit, then stop because it doesn't feel right. These micro moments are proof the old operating system is gone. Even ordinary interactions will carry more weight. A casual conversation might drop the exact insight you've been needing. A chance encounter could set off a chain of events that redirects your path. The conjunction's influence lingers here. In subtle alignments, precise timing, the right word from the right person at the right moment. Your dreams may also take on a deeper texture. Symbols, places, faces from years ago, weaving into storylines you can't quite name. Pay attention. They're your subconscious integrating the shift, translating energy into a language you can begin to understand. Your surroundings will speak to you more strongly too. Certain rooms, streets, even colors, will feel either deeply nourishing or strangely draining. This heightened sensitivity is a compass, guiding you towards spaces and people that support your frequency. Ignore it, and you'll feel the resistance instantly. Follow it, and you'll move in harmony. By now, the high current from earlier in the week will have woven itself into your daily life. You'll make choices you couldn't have imagined a month ago. You'll spot opportunities faster, moving toward them without hesitation. And maybe most importantly, you'll notice you're not chasing a new life anymore. You're already in it. The transition isn't something you're waiting for, it's something you're living. Now it's about learning the language of this new reality. And as you navigate it, remember, this isn't about clinging to a temporary burst of inspiration. It's about letting this second week of August become a permanent pivot point. The moment in your story where you stopped waiting and started becoming. From here on, every word you speak, every step you take, every pause you honor, is shaping the reality you've just stepped into. One of the most striking things about this week's cosmic alignment is that its influence doesn't vanish the moment the date changes. The Venus-Jupiter-Sirius conjunction leaves a lingering resonance, an aftertone that continues rippling through your life long after the exact moment has passed. Think of it like a wave that's already broken against the shore, yet the water still rushes in, seeping into places it's never touched before. In the days and even weeks ahead, pieces of this period will come back to you in unexpected ways. A casual conversation might suddenly reveal a deeper meaning you didn't catch at first. A choice you made without much weight could end up opening a door far larger than you imagined. Something you began this week, even in a small way, might grow into a defining element of your next chapter. This continuing current also has a way of bringing back the moments you missed, that sign you ignored, that gut feeling you dismissed, that subtle message you didn't fully register. It might return louder, sharper, impossible to overlook. Don't brush these off. They're not do-overs in the usual sense. They're checkpoints, asking if you truly absorbed what you were meant to learn. Your sensitivity to timing will sharpen. You'll feel an almost magnetic pull to act in certain moments, and when you follow it, things will fall into place with surprising ease. Push against it when the energy isn't ready, and you'll feel the resistance instantly, like trying to run into the wind. This is the new rhythm taking hold, a quiet partnership between you and the current that came alive this week. For some, the change will show up in visible ways. A job offer, a move, a creative surge, a shift in a relationship. For others, it will be entirely internal, a deep sense of calm, sharper instincts, the sudden refusal to entertain what no longer aligns. Both are valid. Both are evidence that the old scaffolding has come down. You may also notice certain people fading from your life. Not through drama, but through quiet disconnection. That's the conjunction at work, cutting the cords that no longer match your frequency. At first, you may notice their absence. Later, you'll recognize the gift, more space for what truly belongs. The most important thing you can do now is stay open. You don't have to chase the next step, it will arrive. But you do need to be present enough to notice it. The universe rarely shouts. It prefers to whisper, and right now those whispers are everywhere. There's no going back. The version of you who entered the second week of August is gone. What's behind you isn't a home you can return to. It's a chapter that's already sealed. If you try to step back into it, it will feel hollow, out of sync with who you've become. That's because this week didn't just create change. It rebuilt your foundation. From here on, every decision will either root you deeper into this new reality or try to drag you into an old identity that can't survive anymore. Old habits will test you. Familiar faces might resurface, tugging at your comfort zones, but you'll feel the heaviness instantly. That's your signal to keep moving. Where you stand now is rare. It's raw, unshaped, open. This is the time to decide what earns a place in your new life and what doesn't. Guard it fiercely. Fill it with words, actions, and spaces that match the person you're becoming, not the one you've left behind. Because the truth is simple. The door behind you is locked, and the only way forward is through. And when the week's energy settles, come back to this moment. Reflect on what unfolded. Share what came true. The echoes of this alignment are still moving, and they'll be shaping your story long after the dates have passed.